Chapter 1, General Provisions. Adapted on September 1, 2016. The Ethiopian Constitution belongs to the Ethiopian people, because it is the people's law, written by the people for the people. The lower law, which belongs to the government, was written by the government legislative body to discharge governmental duties and responsibilities. Therefore, the government law can be replaced or modified by the people's representatives, the Congress, legislation body, on both provincial or federal levels. The Ethiopian constitution governs the country, including the president, and serves the people of Ethiopia equally. The Ethiopian federal legislative, or provincial legislative body, has no mandate to change or improve the Ethiopian constitution. Such violations will be considered federal crimes and crimes against the Ethiopian constitution. The penalty of such violation follows at least from 10 to 15 years in prison. The Ethiopian constitution is the people's law that can only be changed or modified by the majority vote of the Ethiopian people. Article 1, Nomenclature of the Ethiopian Constitution. This constitution establishes a federal democratic republic system for Ethiopia. The Ethiopian provinces shall know as the Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia. Ethiopia's constitution divides the federal government into 3 branches to ensure no individual or group will have too much power, and check and balance the government power. 1. Legislative, makes laws, Congress, House of Representatives and Senate. 2. Executive, carries out laws, President, Vice President, Cabinet, most federal agencies. 3. Judicial, evaluates laws and interpret, Supreme Court and Constitutional Court. The Ethiopian president has no veto power of legislation created by Congress. The Ethiopian Congress can confirm or reject the president's nominees, and remove the president from office in exceptional circumstances. Justices of the Supreme Court. Ethiopia has 7 Supreme Court justices directly elected by the people of Ethiopia. Supreme Court justices. All 7 justices of the Supreme Court of Ethiopia must clear or free from any political groups or parties' affiliation. For example, parties in Article 39, Federal Party, Democratic Party, and Republic Party. Legislative branch. Ethiopia's legislative branch can draft proposed laws that confirm or reject presidential nominations for heads of federal agencies. The legislative branch of Ethiopia has the authority to declare war. This branch comprises Congress, the Senate and House of Representatives, and specialized agencies and offices that provide Congress support services. Ethiopian citizens have the right to vote for senators and representatives through free, confidential ballots. Senate. There are 3 elected senators per province, and from Addis Ababa administration totaling 42 senators. A Senate term is 6 years and can run for re-election every 6 years. House of Representatives. There are many elected representatives from the 14 provinces and Addis Ababa administration in proportion to their total population. A representative serves a 2-year term and can run for re-election every 2 years. Article 2, Ethiopian Territorial Jurisdiction. The territorial jurisdiction of Ethiopia shall comprise the territory of Ethiopia's external boundaries shall be as determined by international agreements according to its map that registered during the League of the Nations. The northeast of Ethiopian territory must base on the February 2, 1950 United Nations Resolution 390V in New York General Assembly. According to the February 2, 1950 United Nations Resolution 390V that if Eritrea decides to withdraw from Ethiopia, Eritrea must cede the port of Aseb to Ethiopia. The northeast of Ethiopian territory is the Red Sea including the port of Aseb, and the islands of Dahlak according to the United Nations Fifth General Assembly decision on its Resolution 390V. Article 3, the Ethiopian flag. The Ethiopian flag shall consist of green at the top, yellow in the middle, and red at the bottom, and shall have no emblem at the center. The three colors shall set horizontally in equal dimensions. Article 4, Executive Branch. The President. Executive qualifications and responsibilities. The Ethiopian presidential election system is one vote, one person, only. Ethiopian citizens have the right to vote for the president and vice president through free, confidential ballots. All Ethiopian citizens are equal under the law. Candidates for the presidential race must come according to Article 39 through the winning process of A. Federal Party, B. Democratic Party, and C. Republic Party, only. No ethnic name is allowed to use for the presidential race. No gender discrimination is allowed for Ethiopian presidential candidacy. The president must be at least 35 years old, and natural born of Ethiopia, or born abroad. The Ethiopian people can directly elect the president, without the Electoral College vote. In this constitution, the Electoral College is not allowed. The president of Ethiopia can be elected for a 4-year, and cannot serve more than 2 elected terms. The president has no power to sign any veto, reject, laws passed by Congress. However, the president can make treaties with foreign governments, with Senate approval. President has no authority to declare any war. Only Congress can declare war. A federal court can prosecute the president for any misdemeanor case, and if she fails guilty, Congress can remove her by majority vote. The roles of the executive branch. The President. The chief duty of the President is to ensure the laws of the Ethiopian people enforced faithfully. He or she is the head of, leader of the federal government. The President serves 4 years and can be elected no more than 2 terms. The executive branch carries out and enforces laws. It comprises the President, Vice President, the Cabinet, executive departments, and other boards, commissions, and committees. Vice President. The Vice President supports the President. If the President is unable to serve, the Vice President becomes President. The Vice President serves as the presiding officer of the Senate. The Vice President would become President if the office vacated. A federal court can prosecute the Vice President for any misdemeanor case, and if she fails guilty, Congress can remove her by majority vote. If the President and Vice President die by accident, the House Speaker can act as President of the nation. Provincial Governor. The Provincial Governor oversees the functions of the province executive branch of government. Report to the General Assembly and the condition of the province in each quarter. Governor review bills that are approved by both the province House and Senate. The governor can sign the legislation bill without veto, and it will become law. The governor must obey the Ethiopian constitution, and must have at least first degree. The governor's primary responsibilities are to serve as the province's chief executive officer. No gender discrimination to become a provincial governor. The provincial governor must be 35 years old and above. The provincial governor was born, lived at least for 2 years in that province, and able to speak the Ethiopian national language. Most governors' duty will add by provincial Congress decision. The governor accomplishes her duty obeying the Ethiopian constitution, federal and provincial laws. Governor can serve the first term for 4 years. Provincial governor services for 4 years. However, she can run for the second term election. The Ethiopian constitution does not allow for a provincial governor to run an election for the 3rd time. The provincial governor has no veto power to reject bills passed by the provincial Congress. This constitution does not allow veto power for the president or the provincial governor. When the provincial governor passes away, the vice governor will become a governor. If the provincial governor breaches the Ethiopian constitution, the case will first go to the federal and constitutional court. If he/she becomes guilty, then the Provincial Congress will impeach the governor. Provincial Vice Governor. The Provincial Governor can nominate a Vice Governor. The nomination of the Vice Governor will approve by the Provincial Congress. Article 5, Supreme Court. 1. The Ethiopian Supreme Court located in Addis Ababa is the highest judiciary in the country. 2. The Ethiopian Supreme Court justices hear appeals and decide cases from courts of appeals and lower courts. 3. 7 justices of the Ethiopian Supreme Court are elected province-wide to serve 6 years. The 7 justices are elected every 6 years. 4. Court of Appeals judges hear appeals from superior courts. 5. Superior courts hear felony criminal cases, civil matters, divorces, juvenile cases, and appeals from lower-level courts' appeals. 6. All judges can serve for 4 years only, however, they can run for re-election at their term ends. Article 6, National Anthem of Ethiopia. To be determined by law, the national anthem of Ethiopia shall reflect the ideals of the Constitution, the commitment of the peoples of Ethiopia to live together in a democratic order, and of their shared destiny. Article 7, Languages. All Ethiopian languages shall enjoy equal province recognition. However, the Amharic language shall be the working language of the federal government of Ethiopia. Article 8, Dual citizenship. Any person of either sex shall be an Ethiopian national, where both, or either parent is Ethiopian. A citizen of Ethiopia can hold the citizenship of any other country, in addition to his/her citizenship of Ethiopia.